Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. So, this is just a quick little intro to explain what's going on in this episode. So mainly it's just about, obviously, Bingley Hall, things like that. So me and my friend are going down to Bingley Hall. We're going to meet up with loads of YouTubers, loads of subscribers, lots of Instagram followers, things like that. Just have a great time, just have a good laugh. I've not got much money to spend on parts, but hey, little walking around money and just see what's down there. So that's one thing. So Bingley Hall, 27th of January. We are going to be meeting up at 2 PM at Alex Toon's Mini, which is the red Mayfair, which I will pop at the end of this video so you know which one you're looking for. Without spotlights now, it's not got spotlights. So just have a look for that. You'll see loads of YouTubers, loads of people that you subscribe to and watch and things like that. And we'll all be there and we're all up for a laugh and a giggle. If you do see me walking round, just approach me. I don't bite unless you ask me nicely. I don't bite. So that's basically on the Bingley Hall front. I'm setting off from Manchester at 6 o'clock. It says about an hour and a half, but we'll stop for some breakfast. So I'm hoping to get there for just before 8. Now I know it doesn't open till 9:30, but I don't care. I'm giddy. If I could, I might even go camp down there tonight because I'm just buzzing. It's going to be a great laugh. So get yourself down there. You know, like I say, if you see me, just approach me, and you know, I'm not a bad guy. Not a bad guy. So that's the bit about Bingley Hall. Now, yeah, the second bit for this video is going to be showing the welding that I've done on the front wing to front panel. I was, as you'll see in the video, I was going to cut it out, but I'll leave it in. I was quite harsh on myself, really, after speaking to a few people. It's penetrated, it's welded, and it's not pretty. But someone said to me that if you are, well, the person who said it to me is Dave Jaguar, and he knows what he's talking about. If you're uncomfortable when you're starting to weld, the weld's going to be crap. It's as simple as that. And he's right. If you're uncomfortable doing anything, you know, it's going to be difficult to get what the outcome that you want out of it. So, you know, the good thing is it's welded, it's penetrated, it's on there solid. So obviously with my bonnet, as you know, and my wing, it's going to be able to come off as a full unit. So I'm going to put it onto a sort of like a jig or a trestle, and then I can pick some of the things off that I'm not happy with and re-weld and make sure it's solid. So I've got the added bonus of that, of not having the inner wings and things like that, and not having to weld it to the scuttle and things. So I'm quite lucky in that sense in what I'm doing. So yeah, so like I say, I'll cut right to the actual welding bit. So I did have some bits of me actually welding, or I thought I did anyway, but all you can see is me getting in there with the torch. You can't really see much. So all I'm going to show is realistically sort of like it welded up and things like that. So like I said, 27th guys, 2 PM, but if you do see me before that, give me a shout. I hope you have a great day. Thank you. So that's had a nice dusting of weld through primer now. So the idea is, once the wing's hole punch, we'll fit it back on, make sure it all lines up with this seam here, and then what we'll do is we will tack weld as deep as we can in here, weld it, and then we'll get in the back and we'll spot weld. I keep calling it spot weld. It is. Spot weld it in the back as well. So that's that side done. Well, prepped anyway. I just need to prep the wing now, and like I said, and then we need to have a look at taking the really poor welds off that and cleaning all that up as well. Right guys, so as you can see, I've prepared all that as well for welding. So what we need to do now is we need to hole punch it. So bear with me while I just set up all the silent compressor and the hole punch, and then we should be good to go. Right then, boys and girls, we're all set up now to do some hole punching. So like I said, I'm gonna start on this edge here, work my way across. Now there's certain bits, because of the headlamp bowl at the back, I can't get into, so we're gonna have to drill them. But wherever we can get in with the hole punch, we're gonna do. So let's see how it works. That's number one. I don't think you can see. Oh, you can see that. Oh, there we go. So Right guys, I had to stop the video there because I was just wanted a bit of advice. Now I was using the head of this to space them, but obviously that only puts half of that in there, so they were getting a bit close. So I rang Dave Jag and we've come to the acceptance that that's enough. So I will zoom it in. So let's carry on punching. Like I say, we'll get up to somewhere like here and we won't be able to, and it's a bit, the lip's not very good round here, as in to get the hole punch in, it'll only do half a hole. So what we'll do is we'll punch as far as we can, see what we like up here, and then if need be we'll have to drill them. Like I said, we literally cannot get into there. Let's see. No, it's going doing half a hole. It's going to try to bend the metal as well. Let's have a look. I could get in when I didn't have the airline connection on, but I can't get in now. So that's what we've managed to do so far with the hole punch. It would obviously be a much easier if that headlamp ball wasn't in the way, but it is, and we need that to mount the headlights. So I think that's more or less where it's gonna have to stay. I don't think I can get this in, can I? No, it's risking it too much, and I think it'll bend the metal as well because obviously the pressure. And if we go up here, let's have a look. Yeah, there's not enough. If you can see there, it's not getting into the jaws of it properly. So I think that's more or less it for that tool. I enjoyed using that tool really, and if you ever wanted to know, then what come out of it. So it's not an exact science, to be fair, doing them. It's just that I wanted to make sure I got it right and speak to the professionals. So happy with them. So now we need to get the drill and drill the rest. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drill, and we're going to see if we can finish off these holes, and then we can put some weld through primer. You're probably going to think it's over the top, but again, I've got my mask on just in case any swarf comes flying off. Really got to start thinking about these health and safety things, boys and girls. So my camera's playing up at the moment. It keeps going to full memory. So anyway, I've stuck some weld through primer on there. As you can see, the first holes are a bit close together, but that's fine. And then obviously I'm quite happy with the rest of the spacing on that really. So that is it for this episode. Right then, boys and girls, she's all clamped up. So got a million clamps inside there, and then so we've just got to, I'm going to stick some welds behind in here first, because this bit's really lovely, really nice and close. I like that. So I'm going to stick some welds in behind there. Then I've got to nip to work, and then when I come back from work, I'm going to pull this corner down a bit more with the clamps, and then I just want to push the valance in just a tiny bit there. It's just lipping, just stopping. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with that, boys and girls. So let me go get my welder and everything set up, and see if we can stick some welds in. Right then, boys and girls, the welder's all set up, the gas is ready to go. There's no more excuses now. It's time to put that on there. I am absolutely shitting myself, I'll be honest with you. So let's get some weld on. I'll set you up so you can see. I don't know how much you'll be able to see because I do need to get into it myself, so we'll see what you can see. Well boys, quick outro. I'm disappointed really. I try my best. But I'm not overly happy with it. I'll show you, see what you think. We can have a laugh anyway. 2 seconds. So there it is. It looks like shit, let's be honest. Yeah, disappointed really. I tried to touch that corner in because I wasn't happy with the length of it, with how high it was sitting. So yeah, there we go. I'm not happy at all. Fucking shit that. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna end the video here, guys. I made the mistake of looking at the weld as well, and my eyes are hurting now. So there we go. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully the next one will be a bit of a better episode. Have a good day.
Several days later.
Right guys, I think I was a bit hard on myself. Maybe I wasn't, maybe I was, but I spoke to a few people and they've said, you know, obviously if you're welding while you're uncomfortable, you're never gonna get a good weld. And they're right, to be honest. You've got to think about it. They are right. So this is where it's up to anyway. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I can go back and edit a few things, shall we say. So it has gone through, it has penetrated, which is what we always want, obviously. Now let me just bring you around to the other side. So this is round the front. It's just here I'm not too happy with. I think it's just got too much of a ridge on it. You probably can just see it there, so I'm gonna unpick all that and then we're gonna put that back. This I'm quite happy with. I think that's quite nice. And obviously up here is not good at all, not good at all. So there is obviously things that I need to improve on, but certainly for a first go, maybe I was being a bit hard on myself.